Okay, so it is T-minus 2 days before the Buzzword Read-a-Thon hosted by Books and Lala and Chanel time. Yeah, I think it's T-minus 2 days. It's Monday afternoon. It starts on Wednesday. There you go. So I currently in my car. I did my eyebrows today. What do you guys think? Colored in the fronts. Fun fact, the backs of my eyebrows are like pretty thick, but then the front you can't really see. So I have to work at 7-ish, but I'm going to the library now. I have to renew my library card, but I'm also getting books for the Read-a-Thon. Oh crap. Oh, okay. We don't fall over. This one's pretty good. So let's try it. We'll see. Seatbelts. Okay. Ooh, child. Multiple children, huh? Can you see them? I hope not. That recommendation itself was really helpful because I have like no idea what books I would have pulled out of my little mind otherwise. Thank God I caught you that time. I saw it coming. Oh, it's busy. Okay. There are these kids in my town that I kind of think of as like, for lack of a better term, like library rats, where they don't read, but my library, well, I'm sure that they know how to read, they're literate, but like, you know what I mean. So it has like this teen hangout center at my library with like, and so it has like TVs and random stuff and like couches and junk, and so they like to hang out there. We might see the library rats. There are people walking by and they're giving me a weird look. Hi, children, and possibly nanny or mother, can't tell. So now we're gonna go to the library. Ooh, so the books we're looking for, they're in the back of my phone. I'll go through them. We're gonna see some B-roll footage of me in the library now. Quick overview before I move on to the actual vlog footage. The hate you give, I'll give you the way you make me feel, the air you breathe, good morning, good night, little pep talks for me and you, and the real doctor will see you shortly. There you go. Okay. So it is T-minus 1.5 hours until the read-a-thon starts. I got back from work like an hour and a half ago. Got home. I got Chipotle on the way home, which was really good. And then I read some of the book that I'm in the middle of a book. I'm reading City of Lost Souls, but I hate doing this, but I'm gonna stop midway through. I'm 40% according to Goodreads, because it's not City of Your Lost Souls, so it doesn't fit into the read-a-thon, but I'll pick it up, it'll be fine. I'm gonna try and stay up until midnight, my time zone, and then I'm gonna start reading. Off to the side. Useless. I'm gonna start reading The Air You Breathe by Francis DuPont Peebles. And then I think I should fall asleep reading this soonish, after midnight. That's the plan. Oh! Okay, so I filmed a clip last night where I had some very lofty goals. I was going to stay up until midnight when the read-a-thon started, and then yada yada, I was going to read. Well, it is now 10 a.m. It's been like 12 hours since I filmed that. I went to sleep at like 11:30, and then I woke up at 8:30, and then I forgot there was a read-a-thon, so I just kind of like went about my life. But now I remember, so we're gonna start. 10 a.m. Here we go. Okay, is the end of day 1. It's like 11:20. Yeah. And so I reached my goal for today, which was halfway through The Air We Breathe. The Air You Breathe. I should know the title by now. It's definitely not what I thought it would be. At first, I was pretty bored. It was developing very slowly. But now, as I'm getting farther in, it's becoming a lot more interesting, honestly. And like, it's turning in different ways that I thought I wouldn't. You know, it's a lot more than I thought it would be originally. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I'm liking it. I'm still on the fence. Honestly, when I first started reading it, it was kind of riding that like fine line, just not boring enough for me to not put it down and like feel fine reading it. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've read books like that. And then now, as I'm getting farther and it's getting more interesting as people's relationships develop in very different ways. The synopsis, it's really long, so I thought I kind of had like a good idea of what the book was about when I started it, but no. Anyway, goal is to finish this tomorrow. Honestly, I pulled out my TBR from the rest for this specific read-a-thon. Hold on. I don't want to show you like all of my room. Oh, I got it. There it is. Anyway. Oh my god. I just saw my foot go across the back like that. I was just moving, and I thought there was a person back there. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little daunted, honestly. Like, because as I was reading this, I was like, I thought this, because I was busy today. So I thought this was going to be like my hardest day. So if I could do this, I could do everything. But then I was looking at those other books and I'm like, whoa. Because it's planned, this was going to be my only 2-day book. And I was looking at some of those other books and I was like, I might need 2 days to read a lot of those books. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I was actually feeling pretty good when I first woke up. I got up early to go get breakfast with my mom because she's leaving on a work trip. And so I had pancakes for breakfast. And then when I got back, I actually read like kind of a lot. Well, you see the distance. One of them is where I was yesterday, one of them is where I was today. So I read like 80 pages. And then in one sitting, which is like a lot for me. Usually I can only do like 40. So then I got a message and it was like, are we still getting lunch? And I was like, yes. But I just feel weird because I know I'm gonna have to eat out 3 times today. And that's a lot. And then after I finish making plans, I just kind of like put down the book and I was like, I'm gonna watch a video. And then I watched a video and then I put my phone to the side and then I just kind of like laid in bed and like for 2 hours. Then I took a shower and I saw a small dinosaur. Then I ran upstairs and finished my shower in my parents' bathroom. Now I'm going to brush my teeth in the kitchen sink and go meet my friend for lunch, even though I'm still kind of full from breakfast. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just a very slow digester. My dad's coming home today from a work trip. And so we're probably going to go out for dinner, get some kind of takeout. Anyway, I don't know how much of this is going to stay in here, but here it is. This is my thought right now. And I feel kind of ugly today, so love that. Okay, so I finished, it's the 3rd day. I finished this last night. And I mentioned yesterday that I was kind of worried. I felt fine after I filmed that right before I went out. I had a great time, and then my dad got home, and we got dinner with him, and it was great. And then I was like, I finished this early. It was like 9:30. I was like, wow, this day is just going well. I was worried I was going to have problems with like all of like the 3 restaurants. But it's like, I feel fine. Oh my god. And so, well, I got up before I filmed the update for that night. Well, we took a serious downturn when gravity was on my stomach side. And long story short, here I am today. So I don't know what I'm gonna read yet, because okay. Got back from work, so my hair is wet. I had to go in. I'm between, okay, I guess I should talk about this. I finished it. I gave it like, it says 3 stars on Goodreads, but it was like a 3.5. Yeah. It was like, this book is sad, man. So I would tell you why it's sad, but why it's sad is also, this synopsis sets you up really well. I feel like it's long. You think it gives too much away, but it really doesn't. It really turns. The reason I gave it 3 stars is because I thought the pace, especially in like this beginning section, was slow. Well, the pace throughout it was generally slow, but I just associate that with like these deep adult books. But this one was like particularly slow. I also thought the messages and the themes could have been don't want to say a little more clear, but a little neater. I feel like she had a lot, she was trying to do a lot, and I feel like it would have been better without a little more streamlined, you know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. Anyway, it's sad. Okay, so I don't know if I want to jump into something very like light right away, so I'm thinking, I hit myself in the face in the corner of the book. I'm thinking not these three. This one, I'm not even sure I still want to have on my TBR anymore for this particular readathon. So I think I'm gonna try I'll Give You the Sun again. See how that goes. I have to go to the doctor again in an hour and a half. Great. Okay. So I'll read this probably for like an hour and see how far I get. Yay. It's so gorgeous out. Oh my god. It's like, it's been like this for the past couple days, but it's like that temperature where it's like it doesn't feel warm or hot at all. It just is. You know what I mean? It's gorgeous. Look. Okay. I remember to hold it sideways this time, but I got another 60 pages of reading done. I'm gonna gorge myself on hot pot for an early dinner with my friends, and then come back home soon? Question mark. We'll see. Shit. I forgot my keys inside. Ooh, stirring.
Let me just
showing off.
Let me just get nothing in the spoon.
Wow. That's
You see my hand? You see how my hand is like contorted?
No, wait.
I go like this and I pick up everything. Lydia just picks up everything all the time.
Rachel gets one fishball and Lydia gets a salad.
This was cute. I like this. So weird. Come on, Lydia, we're taking a selfie.
Yeah. She's all done. Okay, so it is 12:30, so it's been actually almost like 12 hours since the last update. I didn't just get up. I got ready though. I just got ready. Last night at 12:40, well, you can see it in the clock in the background in the video I took. But I finished I'll Give You the Sun. I finished this in one day, which really surprised me. I gave it 4 stars. Okay, I feel like the writing was a little too fantastical sometimes, where like just their thoughts in their head, and there wasn't very much punctuation as much as I wish there would be. And then there was a lot of like, they have like artist brains, you know what I mean, I guess, and they kind of like see things, you know what I mean? And I can't tell, it wasn't made, I assume it's not real because these people aren't medicated, but also at the same time it's just like, I feel like that wasn't necessary, you know what I mean? I feel like the message of this could have been, I kind of feel like it was like shoved down my throat, for lack of a better word. Like it was very like, you know how like you're writing a paper in high school and you're like, I gotta tie this all together, so you write a conclusion paragraph about like, and this is what this all means, you know what I mean? Like, this is what this book did. Yeah. And I guess, I don't know, maybe like coming off of like, it was just like the adult to YA difference, but I also thought, this could be considered a spoiler, but I don't think it is. I thought, I'm not talking about any details here, I thought the ending was a little bit convenient. A lot of these problems resolved unnaturally easily. You know what I mean? Like, was really digging the like end of the middle couple chapters. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be like an end, and then it all just kind of wraps up in the end, and nobody cares. It was just a little weird, not gonna lie. Anyway, I give it 4 stars though, because overall it was good. I liked the plot. I liked the characters. They felt very like realistic in a sense, and I feel like she really got the sibling relationship down really well. I started with all the negative because I feel like I need to defend myself when I give this book not 5 stars because everyone loves it. I don't know. I thought it was good, 4 stars, but like it just wasn't perfect. You know what I mean? Anyway, what was I doing the past couple hours this morning? I got up. Someone was coming to fix the hole in our bathroom ceiling that the demon mosquito crawled out of. So, I kind of like hid in my room because I was in my pajamas. And I read not that much actually. Only like 66 pages of this. And then I'm 20% of the way through recording Goodreads. And then I couldn't take a shower this morning, which was kind of like, but the demon hole is gone, so it's fine. Sexy lip bite, look at that. Okay. Yeah, this one, I honestly don't know what to think of it so far. It's very different from the books I just finished, so it's like hard to switch into that mindset. We'll see. I'm going out with my brother and my dad to the luncheon mall. Get back when that happens, I guess. Probably later at night. We'll see. Okay. So, it is like 10. I have like 70-ish, get that in frame, pages left of The Way You Make Me Feel. It's not great. It's not like terrible either. I think it's gonna be like a 2.5. I'll talk more about it once I finish. So I had a couple parties I was gonna go to today. It's Saturday night. But when I got back from Barnes & Noble, which I'll show you what I got after this, I got like really horrible stomach cramps, which was really upsetting. So then I like didn't go, and instead I had to take a like long nap instead. So now I'm gonna be up late. Now I'm just kind of riding like that like post horrible cramp nap haze where I like don't really want to do anything except lay around. I just don't want to do anything is the thing. I don't know. I don't want to lay around. I don't want to read. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to watch YouTube. I just kind of want to I kind of want to play The Sims. I also just have FOMO right now because I missed the party. I'm sad. Anyway, I read The Scarlet Letter by Nathan. I didn't read it. I'm planning on reading it. I wish I read it. I went to Barnes & Noble. You saw it. I have some footage. Okay, those leather-bound editions, like the special edition ones, they're getting a little weird with their choices, not gonna lie. Like, so I was filming the special edition Barnes & Noble leather-bound version of the Anne Rice vampire books. And as I was doing that, one of the store employees came up and like saw what I was doing and was like, "Can I help you?" And then I was like, and like turned off the phone and was like, "No," and walked away. I was like, so then I left. But I got this. I've heard a lot of people who read this for school it was one of the favorite ones that they read for school. So I'm like, it can't be that bad then if it withstood being read for school. It also seemed kind of interesting. I liked The Crucible, so I like classics about Puritans. So it's right. I guess we'll see how it goes. Update. I have my headphones in because I think this is going to be kind of quiet. I finished The Way You Make Me Feel. Look at my mascara. Got a little mukbang going on. It is midnight. I'm finally hungry though. I recovered. Finish those. I'll give it 3 stars. It was 2.5 for a long time, but I really liked the end. I was just really feel good. I cried a little bit because there was like a daddy-daughter moment. I always cry during those. I thought a lot of the character relationships, the pacing of them was really weird and unnatural. Honestly, my problem with this was just I didn't feel a lot. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. I liked how our main man was a little bit more in touch with his feminine side, you know what I mean? Which you don't see a lot in these romance books, especially like YA. It was happy, you know? Like, sometimes you just want like a happy, easy breezy, coming of age YA romance. Really vanilla. It was fine. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I liked it enough. Hi. So it's 11:30 and it's the 5th day. I just finished Good Morning, Good Night, Little Pep Talks from Me to You by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and then it was illustrated by Johnny Sun. I love Lin-Manuel Miranda's, well, I love Hamilton. I think Lin-Manuel Miranda writes great plays, but he does not write great poetry. I marked all the ones I liked, which looks like a lot. There were like 200 plus poems in here, and I counted little post-its. I liked about 15 of them. A lot of them were kind of cringy, for lack of a better word, in print. You know what I mean? Like, let's see if I can find one. Hold on. Oh, I found one. Good morning, you. It's been a minute. Smiles, like with the asterisks and my friend likes you in all caps. Runs away in asterisks. And then it's pinned because it's organized like it has the pictures, and then it's organized where like good morning, good night, and then it's like they're in pairs. They're similar. Good night, you. It's been a minute. Walks away, shouts over her shoulder. The friend was me. I'm the friend in all caps. Runs out of sight in asterisks. It's like passable on Twitter, I would say. But I feel like it doesn't, it translates really terribly to like a physical book print. And then some of them were good. I figure I should show you what I liked. Hold on, what was my favorite? Let me find it. Favorites tended to be like the sillier, less serious ones. The one I kept thinking about was good morning, good gracious, your smile is contagious. I really like that one. Another funny one I liked was good morning, wear sensible shoes as you kick down doors, whoops. I was like, okay, I like that one. And there were like some more serious ones that I liked. Oh, this one I think was my favorite. It has the best picture too. Okay. I think this one was, at least right now. Good morning, in your corner, even in the roundest of rooms. On your side, even if it makes the seesaw kind of boring. And then its twin, which I also really like this one, was good night, holding your hand, even if it's sticky from jelly or honey, on your team, even when we're playing solitaire. That's so sweet. I liked that one. A lot of the other ones were just like, not cringy, but just okay. But I gave it 2 stars, because overall it was just, I talked a lot about the ones I liked, but there were, like I said, there were 200, and there were 15 that I like marked that I liked, and the ones that I shared are ones that are marked. Yeah. Overall, some of the pictures were kind of just weird and disturbing too. I didn't like them. I really like Lin-Manuel Miranda, but he's not the greatest poet. Just gonna be honest. Right now, the one thing left on my TBR is The Real Doctor Will See You Shortly. Physician's first year. I just don't want to read this right now. Honestly. I don't want to read anything right now. I just want to read YA fantasy. There's none of that with you in the title. So. I have a hate you give, but I don't want to read this either. I guess we'll see if I get to this one. Maybe. Who knows? Oh, there's a little post-it in it. Look, someone left that behind. I'll put it back here so it can stay with this book forever. So we'll see how this day goes. I think I'm going to clean my room. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling pepped, even though I went to bed at like 3 a.m. And I woke up at like 7. We'll see. Okay, it is the 6th day. It's noon. I would be getting off work right now if I were there. Wow. So, I ended up not having to go in today. I was supposed to work from like 8:30 to 12:15 or something. But it's kind of cold, so they postponed opening to past when I have to go in, so I don't have to go in today. But, basically, did I update yesterday? Where is it? On the ground, hold on. Okay, so I am currently reading The Doctor Will See You Shortly. Can't see the top because it has the library address on it. Goodreads says I'm 56% of the way through. This is what I've read. This is what I have to read. It's good. I'm just not in the mood. I think I talked about this yesterday, but I'm still only in the mood to read YA fantasy. I finished addressing graduation gift thank you cards, but I also have to go and like, I looked at the placement tests that I have to do. They're due like mid-July. They want us... I found out you don't have to take all of the placement tests. They're like, math is required, but like the other ones aren't. So I was looking at the language placement test. I took French all throughout grade school, and so I speak pretty well French. Technically I'm biliterate, not to brag, but But they had like all the languages they teach listed on there. So I was like, do I have to take the Arabic placement test? It's like Arabic, Korean, Japanese. I'm like, I don't speak these languages. But you don't. You just take the ones you know. Who knew? Anyway. I guess I could read more of this today. I definitely could. I just don't. See, the first couple days I was like feeling it, so I was reading a lot. Yesterday wasn't like completely wasted. I read like 150 pages of this. I read like 40 today. And then I read all of this. But it still makes me feel behind. I think The Hate U Give is not going to happen. I work double tomorrow. So I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done. But I guess I could try and finish this today. I'm just not feeling, like I said, it's not YA fantasy, so I'm not motivated. It's good though. It's fine. Do you like my outfit? I feel like I was like really trying with these underlayers. All this eating out, I gotta tell you, has been getting to my waistline. Just saying. This does not look as good as it used to. This is just TMI. Why am I telling you this? Anyway, surprise, no work. Hopefully I can finish this. I want to play The Sims. That's my update for right now. Okay. It is the last day. Not really emotionally in it anymore. Yesterday I read 120 pages of the last book on my TBR, which is The Real Doctor Will See You Shortly. I could probably finish it today. Work, baited and switched me again or whatever, I don't know. Basically it got last minute canceled. As I was walking to my car to leave, they posted that I didn't have to come in until 10:30. So here I am in my bathing suit, ready to go for 2 hours. I'm over all of this not YA fantasy. Yeah, still my mood. Still waiting. I could be reading right now, but I'm watching Grey's Anatomy instead. Okay. It is 11 p.m. on the last day. I'm in bed. I finished, The Real Doctor Will See You Shortly an hour ago. I'm not gonna read anything else in 2 hours, so I'm just tapping out now. I would hold it, but it's like over there on my nightstand because right now I'm putting together like what books I've read this year, and so I have all the books I've read over there. So this book, I gave it 3.5 stars, which seems to be the rating of this read-a-thon. I'm getting pretty tired at this point. I just wrote this down so I could talk about it in the video I told you about. What I thought about this book, I thought he gave too much medical jargon. Like, it distracted from the plot, and I'm just a high school graduate. I don't know what that is. Overall, I thought sometimes he would, like, try symbolism, but it didn't quite work out, so it just came off kind of, like, weird, and I was confused, and I was like, is that supposed to be symbolism? Am I missing something? Am I looking too far into this? I really liked how it was a great look into, like, the medical job and world and, like, an honest review of what's going on. And I feel like he, like, portrayed those emotions that he was going through and that a lot of people would go through very well, which I liked. So I thought it was a great look in, but I thought sometimes he kind of forgot who his audience was, basically, is my problem. 3.5 stars. It was pretty good. I think it would have gotten a higher rating if I were in the mood to read it. Also, quick note, I feel like, well, in my last clip, someone might be confused as to why I don't just stop reading whatever book I'm reading and read fantasy, because that's what I want to read. Like, if you're not enjoying the book or whatever, the read-a-thon, you can just stop, because reading is supposed to be fun. I know. I am a completionist at heart. I'm very challenge and goal-oriented. It kills me to read more than one book at once, or stop reading a book. This book wasn't, like, bad enough to DNF, which is why I can either DNF a book because it's bad, or finish it. Those are my two options before I start a new book. Like, yeah. So, I finished it. It was fine. And plus, it was, like, at that point, I was, like, halfway through. I only had 150 pages left to read, so it was kind of like, why would I stop? You know? We'll see how it goes. I have work tomorrow. Not that you care, because I'm not vlogging anymore.